Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Enjoy the Shabbat. You see, I want to talk about unlearning the ways of the world. I've already talked about it, but I'm going to highlight something else that I didn't highlight in my previous message about it. You see, often when you talk to people about God and Jesus Christ and about the faith, they say, "Well, that's okay, but this is real life. This is real." They think that the interactions they have in the world are real. They think the world is real and that the faith is fake. You see? And often, after we become born again, this idea of the world being a reality sticks with us. And we tend to doubt the promises of the Most High because we still are stuck at the world system. You see? But the moment you realize that extinction is a hoax, because that's what the world is revolved around, death. Just look at the values and the structures of the world are all centered around death. The whole idea is I'm going to die soon, so I don't have all the time, so my time is valuable and you are obliged to make my time worth it. What's that all about? It's centered around death. But listen. I want you to do something, okay? I can talk for hours and hours, but I'm not going to do that. The things the things that bother you, the things that you find attractive, the things that you are upset about. Just check it out. If that will be cancelled out today, how would you look at those things? Seriously, the number one reason why people get upset is because they're losing time, because they're centered around they're going to die soon. They believe in extinction. While the Bible makes clear, you're born, you're living on earth once, then you're in Sheol, and at the resurrection you're resurrected, and if you're born again, you will return back to the earth. It's God's purpose that everyone returns back to earth. So you'll return back to earth, and you'll spend eternity on the earth. It will be a renovated earth, but it's still on the earth. So extinction is BS. It's not true. So if when Jesus Christ returns and everyone is resurrected, death is defeated. There is no physical death anymore. That means that death is cancelled. Doesn't exist anymore because we have no mortal bodies anymore. Now, I'm not going to say to you to imagine what if Jesus would return today, because Jesus will return, and you will witness the event no matter what. Just realize, extinction is not real. So with that mindset, evaluate your life, evaluate your thoughts, evaluate your relationships, and see if everything still fits. When you notice that something does not make sense anymore, then it is something you need to let go of. Seriously, the only thing that makes the world appear real is the sting of death. If you remove death, with that you also remove the sting of death. When you do that, all the seriousness of the world is gone. Why? Why do people tend to give in to authority figures, even when authority figures are wrong, because of the sting of death? Why do we tend to be respectful? Because something might happen to us. That's the sting of death. You might be abused or you might lose something. Why do people put up with abusive relationships? The sting of death. But listen, if that will be cancelled out today, let's say that your body becomes immortal right away and you will live forever and ever, would it still make sense to accept those things? Would it still make sense to adapt onto them? And of course, we're all going to turn immortal when Christ returns. So just evaluate your life, okay? Evaluate the things in your life and evaluate the people around you. And you'll notice whether they are provoked either by the Holy Spirit or by the sting of death. And everything of this world has a sting of death behind it. Everything. You see? And with the world, I mean the social and economic structures of those that don't obey the Most High. They may use neutral things like space, constructions, all of that, but they will always use it to represent the sting of death somehow. That being said, you all enjoy the Shabbat. Be at peace.